our games as attacking midfielder. I think it's very good in that position. The reason why he can have some good moment or bad moment is probably because the amount of games. I said many times that for any players, not just for Enzo, but for any players, it's impossible to think that you can play 45 games or 64 games we played that season all at the same level. It's normal that you drop in some games, but we are very, very happy with Enzo.
Yeah, so just on the back of that quickly, you think it's best to play him through maybe bad periods of form to get him back again rather than rest?
No, it can depends a little bit. Depends a little bit what do we think from the game plan. But Enzo for us is an important player, and we try to use as much as we can him.
You as the manager, you obviously see everything we don't, the training sessions, the realistic conversations you have to have. You rightly so like to protect the young players and not put them up for criticism before they're ready. You mentioned, Mark, you needed to work on some more things, but obviously if he plays and presses up front, João Pedro, who's amazing, can play in his best second striker role. So what exactly, just to give a little bit of insight, does he need to improve on?
First of all, it's the balance of the game, the balance of the team that it's important. Sometimes you can allow yourself to play with two strikers, sometimes not. Mark is working well, and for sure he is going to get some chances.
And just lastly, with Palmer injured, who are your direct replacements to be creative and build up your best Val, Enzo, Pedro? Who's more realistic for you?
Yeah, Buonanotte the other day also, he can play in that position.
In the Premier League?
In general. But depends a little bit the game, the other team, the way they defend. Depends a little bit.
Thank you.
Thanks, Soraya. John?
I'm just on Cole Palmer. How big an impact is it going to have? You've got a really important week coming up. Not having him obviously playing the influence he has on the team, but also if Jared drops to number 10, then you are looking a bit short, aren't you, up front for number 9, a striker?
We said that with Cole we are a better team, but we also said that we need to play games without Cole. So we're gonna find a solution. We are not going to play with 10 players for sure. We're gonna be 11 players for sure, and we're gonna find a different solution.
So, I mean, do you see Tyreek George as a number 9 in that position? Is that his best position?
Listen. Last year we had in the same game Nicholas Jackson and Margio injury, and we start to play with Pedro Neto as a 9. So we try to find solution. Now Ty is helping us as a 9, knowing that his position is a winger, is not a 9, but he is playing there. He is doing some good things, like the other day scored the goals, and we see we're gonna find solution.
How important is it this next week to maybe define the direction that you're heading in as a group, given the games you've got coming up, Brighton, Benfica, and then obviously Liverpool, the next one as well?
I think it's a bit early to think, that next week define a little bit the season. We are not even in October, so it's for me it's quite early. For sure, we need to continue to grow, continue to improve. That I said many times is the main things for me as a manager.
Let's just one about Fabian Hertzen. I know this time last year when you played Brighton, you didn't really want to talk about him. What is the relationship between the two of you?
No, I think Fabian is doing a fantastic job since last season, since joined the club. The club is, the team is doing well, they are winning games, so it's just, he's doing well.
Thanks, John. Simon?
Enzo, just double checking, is Fofana out tomorrow then with concussion?
Mm-hmm.
So you're a bit short of centre backs. One, does this give you an opportunity to play Ashley Cole? And secondly, is there any sort of thought in your mind to actually give Axel Disasi a tap on the shoulder and say, come over, we kind of need you?
No, I already showed trust and confidence on Josh Achipong last year when he played games in a row in the Premier League, having central defender available, because last year, if you remember, when we played Josh Achipong away against Palace, at home against Bournemouth, the reason why was not because we didn't have any central defender. I think Tosin was available, Benoit was available. I mean, we trust Josh not because of the injury situation. So nothing changed with Josh. We trust Josh 100%. He was ill this week, you know, with the amount of games, it's something that can happen. So this is the reason why we try to be a little bit conservative with him, to give him rest, and hopefully he can be 100% fit after the international break.
And everyone else, or who else is at this point ruled out for tomorrow?
We have Tosin injury that probably will be out until the international break.
What's wrong with him?
He has a small problem in his calf, and then Wes Fofana that he had concussion the other day against Lincoln, and the rest I think they are all okay.
Apart from those that are maybe longer term, none of those coming back.
Romeo and Benoit, they are better. We see if they can join us tomorrow. Otherwise, we'll be for the next one.
I know you've spent quite a lot of time in the build-up to the Lincoln game talking about your goalkeepers. Do you have any questions to answer, or does Sanchez go straight back in after Jorgensen's performance on Wednesday?
No, I think Robert, for a long period, a long time, he was very good with us. The last part of last season, the beginning of the season, it was fantastic. He made a mistake against Man United, recognized that, and I said many times, keeper made mistake. It's like midfielder or defender or striker. It's exactly the same. We are happy with Robert. We are happy with Philip, both of them, and not any problem with Robert.
I know that you talk about goalkeepers obviously making mistakes. I think it was 5 that led to goals he made last year. And if you think back to the Brighton game when he had a couple of wobbly moments, do you think he is growing as a keeper? Do you think he is learning from those errors?
Absolutely, yes. But
You
if
fully expect him not to do what he did against United.
no, can happen. Also because it's a quick decision. But as you said, we conceded probably 5 goals because of Robert's mistake. But how many goals we avoid because of Robert's save? I think many. So not any problem.
Thanks, Gail.
Sorry, just a quick
Last
word.
one, Gail.
Sorry. You can ask her to yeah, all right, go on.
Soraya?
Hi. I want to talk about Enzo Fernandez. In his last 65 games that he's been physically fit and available for the club, he's only missed about 5. So he's played a lot. He played through his hernia issue. He's been covering physically more ground on the pitch than any other Chelsea player. All of this, of course, impacts his level, his form. There can be dips. Is it a viable option for you right now when you want to win games to bench him and play Santos, or to play him in that different, deeper role where he can actually dictate play?
Enzo can play in different position for us. He can play as a 6 or he can play as attacking midfielder. We use him probably 90% of